Grand jury indictment against Alec Baldwin opens two paths for prosecutors. The recent grand jury indictment against actor Alec Baldwin in connection with the fatal shooting on the set of the film, Rust, has opened two potential paths for prosecutors as they consider how to proceed with the case. Baldwin was indicted on charges of involuntary manslaughter and reckless endangerment in the shooting death of cinematographer Halyna Hutchins. The incident occurred in October 2021 when Baldwin discharged a prop firearm that he believed to be unloaded, resulting in Hutchins being struck and killed. The grand jury's decision to indict Baldwin means that prosecutors now have the option to pursue a trial against the actor or to negotiate a plea deal. Both paths present their own set of challenges and potential outcomes for the case. If prosecutors choose to take the case to trial, they will need to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Baldwin's actions were criminally negligent and directly contributed to Hutchins' death. This will likely involve presenting evidence such as witness testimony, forensic analysis, and expert opinions on firearm safety and protocol. The trial process can be lengthy and complex, and the outcome is uncertain. On the other hand, prosecutors may also consider the option of negotiating a plea deal with Baldwin. This could involve the actor pleading guilty to a lesser charge in exchange for a reduced sentence or other concessions. A plea deal would allow prosecutors to secure a conviction without the uncertainty and expense of a trial, while also providing some measure of closure for the victim's family and the public. Regardless of the path that prosecutors choose, the indictment against Baldwin signals a significant development in the case and a potential turning point in the pursuit of justice for Hutchins' death. The decision will have far-reaching implications for both the legal and entertainment industries, as well as for the ongoing conversation around on-set safety and accountability. In the wake of the tragedy, there has been increased scrutiny on the use of firearms and safety protocols on film sets, as well as calls for greater accountability for those responsible for maintaining a safe working environment. The outcome of the case against Baldwin will undoubtedly have a lasting impact on these discussions and could set a precedent for future cases involving similar incidents. As the legal proceedings move forward, the public will be watching closely to see how the case unfolds and what implications it may have for the broader issues of workplace safety and accountability. The indictment against Alec Baldwin has opened two potential paths for prosecutors, and the decision they make will have far-reaching consequences for all involved. Baldwin can enter a formal plea with or without a court arraignment, setting in motion preparations for trial. The indictment provides prosecutors with two alternative standards for the felony involuntary manslaughter charge against Baldwin. One would be based on the negligent use of a firearm. Baldwin has said he pulled back the gun's hammer, but not the trigger, and the weapon fired. But a recent analysis of the gun used by Baldwin from Lucien and Michael Hogg of Forensic Science Services in Arizona concluded that the trigger had to be pulled or depressed sufficiently to release the fully cocked or retracted hammer of the evidence revolver. Michael Hogg testified to the grand jury this week as a witness, according to the new indictment. An earlier FBI report on the agency's analysis of the gun found that, as is common with firearms of that design, it could go off without pulling the trigger if force was applied to an uncocked hammer, such as by dropping the weapon. The gun eventually broke during testing. A second alternative for prosecutors is to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Baldwin caused the death of Hutchins without due caution or circumspection, also defined as an act committed with total disregard or indifference for the safety of others.